From a nice seated posture, allow the legs to cross, the eyelids to close, the spine to sit nice and tall, shoulders stacked over the hips. Allow the air to enter and exit through the nose at a nice, slow, even pace. On your inhales, your belly will rise or expand. On your exhales, belly retreats to spine. On your next inhale, bring your palms together into the chest. Opening the chest, you'll send the gaze and arms up on inhale. Exhale, arms float down towards your lap. Take a few shoulder rolls. On your inhale, you'll pull shoulders up to ears. Exhale, shoulders around, down and back. 2 more times. Inhaling, create some tension. Exhale, shoulders release around, down and back. Inhale and exhale. Keep the chest broad. On the inhale, lengthen through top of head. On the exhale, dip the right shoulder down towards lap. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, left shoulder dips down towards lap. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, the right shoulder twisting. Inhale, you'll sit tall. Exhale, left shoulder dips down. On your next inhale, you'll uncross the legs, allowing the legs to come out in front of you, and drawing the soles of feet to the ground, the low back into a nice firm position for Savasana or boat pose. Sit bones root to the ground, hands can connect underneath the thighs. You can keep the knees bent, hands connected or legs straight. If you're comfortable, you'll do a few sit-ups, lowering down to the boat, lowering legs and chest, exhaling to pulse upper body and thighs towards each other. You can do that a few times or remain still. The next time you exhale, you'll cross the legs, tuck them behind you, plant the hands firmly into a plank position, pressing the heels away from the head, shoulders over the wrists, gazes down at the mat. The next exhale, soften down to both knees and take a few cat-cows. Chest expands on the inhale, back round, shoulder blades open on the exhale. Take 1 or 2 more. Once you come back to your neutral tabletop position, you'll walk the knees back a little bit towards the end of the mat. Exhale to lower the belly slowly down to the ground. Hands stay under the shoulders, elbows pull in. You'll lengthen up on inhale, expanding the chest, lifting and pulling all the way back to child's pose on the exhale. On the inhale, lift and round the back. Exhale, belly comes all the way down to the ground. Elbows hug in. You'll inhale, lifting the chest. Exhaling back through your child's pose, bottom to heels. Inhale, you'll lift, and exhale, belly comes down to the ground or mat. Elbows pull in, you'll lift again, expanding the chest. Exhaling back to child's pose or balasana. On your inhale, you'll lift back up, curl the toes under, and slowly send your body to a downward facing dog. Hips come away from the hands. And even pressure through both palms and all 10 fingers. Tailbone is high. Maybe a slight bend to the knees. You'll shorten your stance here, walking the feet closer to the hands, and then grab with the left hand towards your right leg. Maybe the right shin or thigh, so a twisted down dog. And the next time you'll switch sides, right hand will grab hold of the left leg, shin or thigh. Release on your exhale to a regular down dog, bending the knees, looking ahead, coming to the top of mat. Inhale halfway, exhale you'll fold. Inhale you'll rise all the way to standing, lifting palms, and exhale send palms and gaze to heart. Inhale you'll lengthen, exhale bend to a forward fold. Inhale halfway to flatten, exhale you'll bring the body to a plank, step or jump to the plank, travel high to low. Inhale expanding the chest, and exhale back to downward facing dog. And even pressure through the hands. Take a few long breaths. On the exhale, bend the knees, look ahead, return to the top. Lengthen halfway on inhale, exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way to standing, look up. Exhale, palms and gaze to heart. Inhale, you'll look up. On the exhale, bend from hips to fold forwards. Halfway up on the inhale, exhale, hands come to the mat. Take a step back with the right foot. Keeping the left knee over the left ankle. Right hand under right shoulder. Inhale, left arm skyward, twisting that lunge. Exhale, left hand returns to the ground. Pulse your weight forwards. Kick up to your standing forward fold. Head to shins. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Send the arms up to Utkatasana. Pointing the tailbone down. Lifting the heels for a challenge to balance. Exhale, you'll fold forwards. Allowing the fingers to interlace up and behind the back. Shoulder blades draw together, chest opens. And then exhale, hands to shins, lifting halfway on the inhale. You'll exhale, rooting hands to the ground, stepping back with the left foot. Twisted lunge, opposite side. Left hand under left shoulder, right arm skyward. On your exhale, hands will release to the top of mat. Pulse your weight up to a forward fold, head to shins. Inhale to flatten the back halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, knees bend, Utkatasana. Regular or feet lifted, heels lifted rather. Exhale, you'll fold forwards, interlacing fingers behind the back. Chest open, shoulder blades draw together. Exhale, hands come to shins. Inhale, you'll lift halfway. And you'll step back to a full plank position, travel high to low on the exhale. Inhale, expand the chest, and exhale, travel back to downward facing dog. Shoulders relax. Shift the weight to left foot, right foot comes skyward on the inhale, send the right foot forwards into warrior one. Right knee over ankle, left heel falls. Chest expands, hips face forwards. You'll exhale, bringing both palms together. You'll shift the weight forwards to that front right leg and come into warrior three, balancing, keeping a small bend to the right knee as the left foot travels parallel to ground. Left foot flexes. Heel presses away from the head. Arms can stay in prayer, come out to the sides, or extend all the way in front of you parallel to ground. Slowly bend the right knee, set the left foot down. Inhale the arms up to high lunge. Here you'll pull the belly into the spine. Exhale, release the right hand behind your back, go towards the left leg, take a small back bend. And then exhale, left hand comes to the ground under shoulder, right arm comes skyward, twisted lunge. And then exhale, both hands to frame that front foot, kick it back to your plank. Exhale, high to low. Inhale, expand the chest, and exhale, back to downward dog. The left leg will then travel up on inhale. Swing that left foot to the top of mat, drop the right heel, travel up to warrior one. Front knee bends over the ankle. And then you'll exhale, both palms will slowly draw together. Bring them down in front of the heart. You'll keep the front knee bent. You'll shift the weight forward to a balancing warrior three. Lifting the right leg this time, flexing the right foot, heel presses away from head. Palms in prayer, up to sides, or bring them in front of you, parallel to the ground. Front knee stays bent, back leg slowly sets down, pressing through the heel, lifting arms on inhale to a high lunge. Again, belly stays pulled in, left hand travels behind the back or to opposite leg, small back bend. And exhale, right shoulder is overneath right hand or wrist. Inhale, left arm skywards. And exhale, both hands to the ground. You'll take it back to your plank. Shoulders over wrist, travel high to low. Inhale, you'll expand the chest. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Next exhale, bend both knees and look ahead. Travel back to the top of mat. Halfway up on the inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, the knees will bend. You'll take a nice high chair or Utkatasana, knees bend, arms are skyward. And you'll exhale, bending the fold forwards. Inhale, you'll come up halfway. Exhale, hands will draw to the ground. Lift the right leg on the inhale. Bend the right knee. Slowly make a few circles with the right leg or hip to warm it up, using support of both hands. And you'll take some squats. You'll bend the left knee, right knee, tapping the right shin towards the left shin on exhale. Inhale, you'll extend the right leg. Exhale, you'll tap or pulse the shins together. Inhale, extend right leg. This time open to a half moon. Right hip stacks over left. Exhale to pulse in. Inhale, open, half moon. Exhale, hips square forwards to pulse. Inhale, open, half moon. Exhale, Shins tap together. Inhale, open, half moon one more time. And exhale, slowly set both feet down. You'll inhale halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to bend the knees. Draw the arms up, chair pose. And exhale back to your forward fold, planting the hands. Inhale halfway. And exhale, set the hands down. This time the left leg will come up. You'll keep both hands connected to the ground. You'll bend the left knee, make a few circles with the left leg or hip, and then prepare for those squats. On the exhale, both knees bend, the shins tap each other. Inhale, you'll lengthen. Exhale, left shin taps the right. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, tap in. Next, inhale, open to a half moon, left hip over right. Exhale, tap in. Inhale, open the hips. Exhale, tap shins, hips square forwards. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap in. Inhale, open towards half moon, keeping small bend to the knee. Exhale, tap in. Both feet come to the ground. Inhale, you'll lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold, and knees will bend as you come up to chair pose, gazing up slightly. And exhale, bend back to fold forwards. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Take it back to your plank, travel high to low. Inhale, expanding the chest, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Send the right leg skywards once more. Bring it to the top of mat. You'll come up to warrior one, hips square forwards. And then you'll exhale, opening to warrior two. Back foot becomes parallel, front heel to back arch alignment. Gaze over front middle fingers. And then exhale, right elbow towards thigh, left arm towards the front wall. Side angle. And you'll exhale, bend the right knee back to warrior two. From here you'll straighten the front leg, bring the feet somewhat parallel to each other, facing the side. And then you'll peel both heels in, turn both toes out into a wide-legged goddess squat. You'll open the arms on the inhale, bringing shoulder blades together behind back. On the exhale, you'll round forwards, bringing the hands down at 90 degrees. Inhale, you'll bring shoulder blades together. Exhale, you'll round back. Inhale, shoulder blades come together. Exhale, you'll round. You'll then bring the arms out for balance. You'll lift one heel, stretch the foot underneath. Then lift the opposite heel, stretch the foot underneath. Lift both heels if you can. Set the heels back down, bring the left foot parallel. And come back to warrior two. Exhaling, hands to the top of mat. Take it back to your plank. Travel high to low. Inhale, expanding the chest. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. This time the left leg will come skyward. Swing it through to the top of mat. Drop the right heel. Come up to warrior one. Front knee over ankle. On the exhale, you'll open to warrior two. Hips open. Back foot becomes parallel. Gaze over the front hand. And then elbow to thigh here. This time right arm will come skywards. You'll gaze up with balanced side angle. And then inhale back up to warrior two. Slowly set the gaze to the back hand. And then bring the gaze slowly back to the front hand. Straighten the front leg on inhale. This time you'll come into that goddess squat here. Bring the shoulder blades together on inhale, exhaling to round forwards. Opening the chest on inhale, exhaling to round the back, keeping balanced. One more inhale, exhale to round. We'll send both arms to the sides. Again, you'll lift the left heel, find a stretch under the foot. Lift the right heel, find a stretch under that foot. If possible, lift both heels, keeping balanced. And set the heels down, the right foot becomes parallel, warrior two. And exhale, bring both hands to the top of mat, travel high to low. Inhale, expand the chest, and exhale back to down dog. Again, bend the knees on the exhale, look ahead, travel to the top. Inhale halfway, exhale as you fold. Inhale, come standing, and exhale, send palms to heart. And here we'll practice a little balance, so you'll shift the weight to the left foot, bend the left knee, bring the right knee up into chest. You can wrap the hands around the knee or shin, or slowly interlace the fingers or hands underneath your right foot. You'll press down, hands into the Foot into both hands, extending the right leg out in front of you. Drawing the head towards shin. And then slowly, if possible, just bend the right knee. Bring the upper body back up and slowly transition into a dancer. Bringing that back foot behind, wrapping hand around the foot, finding a nice balance. Bend to the right knee. And then slowly set both hands down, let go of the fine front foot, standing half splits. And then step or hop back to a one-legged plank, keeping that right leg lifted if possible. Exhale, high to low, allowing tops of feet to come to the mat. Inhale, expand the chest. And exhale, back to down dog. Again, the exhale, you'll bend the knees and look ahead, traveling back to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to standing. And exhale, palms to heart. Again, you'll shift the weight to the right foot, bending the right knee this time, lifting the left knee towards chest. Hands around the knee, or walk the hands down underneath that left foot. Press the knee down into both hands and extend that left leg slowly straight. Head towards shin, keeping a small bend to the right knee. Slowly transition, lifting the upper body back up, wrapping that hand around the foot, kicking it behind. Foot into hand, into a dancer pose. Take your time here. Belly pulls into the spine for balance. You can come up or down as much as is comfortable. And when you're slowly ready to release, you'll draw both hands towards the ground. You'll release the foot, standing half splits. Then slowly step or jump back to your one-legged plank. Left leg remains lifted. Exhale, high to low. Inhale, expand the chest. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Next exhale, bends the knees to look ahead. And this time just step the left foot to the top of the mat. Walk your way or work your way over to a wide-legged forward fold. Both feet become parallel. Feet are wider than the hips. And you'll allow the hands to relax towards the ground. Maybe the head to come close to the ground or touch. If the head comes to the ground, you'll bring the hands to each shin. And slowly use that for resistance, pulling the head towards the ground. Slowly bring the hands back to the mat. If they've shifted, you'll press up halfway on the inhale, flattening the back. Turn the left toes out, bend the left knee, and slowly walk the hands towards top of mat, framing that front foot. Make your way back to a plank position. Here you'll draw the shoulders over the wrists, press the heels away from head, and if possible, lift the right leg to a one-legged plank. Try not to let the back dip down here. Keep the gaze down at top of mat. And if you've lifted the right leg, slowly switch. Lift the left leg, keep the low back from dipping down. Back of neck stays long. And then you slowly set both feet down, soften down to both knees. And you might lift the heels towards the ceiling as you bend forwards into an upward facing dog or back bend. And then exhale back to your downward facing dog. From here you'll take some pulses. You'll lift the right leg skyward and just make a few circles with the right leg or hip. On the exhale, bend the knee, pulse it into the chest. Inhale, you'll lift up, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, you'll lengthen, and exhale, right knee towards left side of body. Inhale, lift the right knee, and exhale this time, set the right knee down towards the ground or mat. Slowly find a pigeon pose here. So right knee is bent. Allow the right foot to travel over towards left side of body or wrist. Make sure the hips are level, making sure that you're not dipping down too much on one side or the other. You can stay supported with both hands if that's how hips stay level. If nice and comfortable, you can allow the forearms or elbows to come down to the ground. Either way, you'll relax the shoulders and neck. Take a few long breaths, just observing the air entering and exiting. Noticing the tiny rise in your back on inhale and fall on exhale. And just slowly, when you're ready, walk with both hands back up, lifting the upper body if you came forwards. And then roll the body slowly onto the right bottom cheek and swing that left leg all the way up and over to cross over your right knee. Inhale both arms to the ceiling and exhale to a twist to your left. Left hand comes to the ground behind back, right hand comes outside left knee or thigh. Nice tall spine. And exhale, you'll unwind, you'll uncross the legs into a boat position. You can keep the knees bent or extend them straight. Again, you can stay still or take a few of those pulses, lowering the legs and chest on inhale, exhaling to pulse in like a goat crunch. Take one more crunch or still be still. And just cross the legs, plant the hands in front of you, find your way back to a plank. And shift your weight again back to the downward facing dog. Left leg this time will travel up on the inhale, making a circle or two to warm the hip, and then exhale, left knee into chest. Inhale, lift the left leg, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift the left leg, exhale, left knee to right elbow. And inhale, lift the left leg, and then slowly plant the left knee down to the ground or mat. Make sure you find a nice stretch in the front right of hip, and allow both hips to be nice and level, parallel to the ground. And you can keep both hands supporting your upper body. Or if your hips stay nice and level and you're comfortable, you'll slowly walk the hands or forearms towards the ground. Either way, you'll relax the shoulders, head and neck as best you can, and find a few long breaths again, allowing the inhales to be even to the exhales. Long breath in, long breath out. And when you're ready again, you'll slowly lift. If your upper body was down, you'll lift with both hands, the upper body off the ground or mat. You'll slowly rotate the weight onto that left bottom or butt cheek. Swing the right leg all the way up and over the left thigh. Inhale, both arms skyward. Exhale, the right hand behind the back. Left arm comes across the body or leg to that twist. Keep the spine tall. Gaze over the right shoulder. One more time as you exhale and unwind, you'll uncross the legs. You'll hold a boat position. Trying to, if possible, straighten the legs. Keep the low back firm. Keep the chest lifted. Hold a few breaths. And then you'll just exhale, soften the legs all the way down to the ground. You'll keep the legs fully connected to the ground. Inhale the arms towards the ceiling and exhale, bending from the hips, allowing hands to relax wherever they fall on your legs. Maybe your calves or shins, maybe they reach your toes or the bottoms of feet. Or relax the head, neck, and shoulders into a forward fold for a few breaths. Softening the shoulders. Keeping the legs connected to ground, feet or toes skywards. On your next inhale, you'll sit up. Just slowly bring the soles of feet in towards each other and the knees wide into your Baddha Konasana, or butterfly-like pose. You'll pull the feet in towards your groin, sit tall, and if you're nice and open here or comfortable with the openness in your hips, you'll exhale to bend forwards. Maybe allowing the elbows to assist in opening in the hips at the shins or legs. Shoulders stay relaxed. Try not to bounce or move here. As you come back up on the inhale, see if you can grab a hold of either your ankles or your shins or your feet, or even use two peace fingers to wrap around the big toes. You'll pull the belly in and start to lift the legs as much as you can. The knees can stay bent. The legs can come straight while bringing the legs towards a V-like shape. Maintaining balance. And then slowly lower the feet back down to the ground. Just take a moment to scoot your weight up or shift forwards a little bit so you can lie down flat in the back, pulling your knees into the chest. And slowly allow the knees to open wide, just relaxing the inner thigh, hips, groin. And then you can draw the knees back together, set the soles of feet down to the ground. And keep the back flat on the ground. If you have any major issues with the neck or back, you'll keep the back relaxed to ground, draw the feet up to the ceiling, and keep them there. Otherwise, you can draw the elbows in towards the ribcage and lift to a supported shoulder stand, hands supporting the back. You can keep the legs in one place, or you can slowly move or circle the hips or legs or cross them one direction or the other into a sort of shoulder stand with eagle legs. Again, any issues in the back or neck, you'll keep the back flat to the ground. You can continue lifting the legs towards the ceiling and move them that way. Once you complete whatever movement you've made, keeping the head and neck and back just relaxed to the ground, you'll slowly and softly release the legs all the way down to the ground. And then come into a reclining twist. So you might pull the knees into the chest and just relax them to your right side. If you need a nice deep twist, you can cross the left leg over the right. Keep the arms extended and the gaze to turn opposite direction, the knees. Before you switch sides, just unwind, bringing the knees back to the chest for a moment, slowly massaging the low back. And then as you switch sides, you might draw the knees into the chest, extend the knees to the left side of body towards the ground. Again, if you need a deeper twist, you'll cross the right leg over the left this time. Turning your gaze opposite direction of your knees, relaxing the arms to a T. And again, once you're complete, you'll draw the knees slowly back into the chest, pulling them gently towards the chest, and then release soles of feet to the ground. Just take a moment to slowly walk the feet out, or allow the back or body to relax to the ground, allowing the muscles to start to soften. If possible, try to lift one shoulder at a time and tuck the shoulder blades under so the chest is nice expanded. Allow the hands to relax at the sides, the eyelids to close, the body to start to feel heavier. You might even wiggle the toes briefly. Make sure legs are fully relaxed. And take just a few long breaths here, allowing the breath to just come and go on its own. Observing maybe that tiny rise in the belly on inhale, and small lowering of the belly on exhale. Just continuing to allow that breath to come and go with ease. Noticing the breath or air enter the tips of nostrils, and exiting air you might feel above the top lip. If you'd like to take a few more moments or minutes to rest here, you might pause and continue resting for a few moments. Again, feel free to pause here and continue to relax or rest longer. Otherwise, you're going to just slowly draw the attention back to the breath, awareness back to the body. And you might just slowly bend the knees and roll over to the right side or towards your right side, allowing the body to relax for a moment, almost in a fetal-like position. All muscles relaxed. And once you feel ready, you'll just draw the hands to one side and slowly press your body up, back towards a seated position, finding a cross-legged seat, finding a nice tall spine, and just relaxing the hands in your lap softly, taking a moment to acknowledge your practice. And when you're ready, drawing the palms to the heart, slowly bowing the head to the hands. Thank you for your practice. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today.